Do you ever find yourself scrolling through McGee Co website, falling in love with that modern traditional aesthetic, but then you see the price tag? You aren't alone. Today on DIYs with Sonja, we are taking high-end inspiration and turning it into a reality on a major budget. I'm showing you how to recreate some of the most iconic Studio McGee inspired pieces, including a huge pottery dupe using simple thrift store finds. If you love affordable luxury and want to learn how to curate a designer home for a fraction of the cost, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Let's dive into our first high-end transformation. For our first project, I found this unique cachet pot or small jardiniere at a thrift store for just $8.49. My inspiration was the hand-painted floral pottery that is so popular in high-end design right now. McGee Co. has a version for a staggering $164. I knew with a little paint and some inspiration I could achieve that artisanal look for way less. I started by giving the piece two solid coats of Magnolia mineral chalk paint from Dixie Belle. This specific white is beautiful. It's very soft with a Greige or a mushroom white undertone that keeps it from looking too stark. Once that dried, I grabbed Dixie Belle's Bunker Hill Blue and a small detailed brush. I followed the lines of the holy berries using light, wispy strokes for the leaves. I used the berries as an anchor point to connect the vines, making sure everything looked like it was growing from a central point for a natural organic flow. I even added some delicate swirls to fill the negative space. Hand painted botanical pottery actually dates back centuries to traditional Chinoiserie styles, which designers today love because it adds a collected and timeless feel to a room. If the blue felt too heavy in some spots, I went back in with the magnolia white while the paint was still wet. This created a lovely muted light blue blend that looks very authentic. I also did the same thing with all the edges of the pottery at the bottom and at the top, and also on the sides of the handles. To finish, I sealed it with Dixie Belle High Gloss Top Coat. That high shine finish is the secret to making thrifted ceramic look like expensive glazed designer pottery. I am obsessed with how this turned out for spring. For the first DIY, I wanted to recreate these marble heart coasters I saw on Pottery Barn's website. You can get them in white or pink for $29.50 a set, and while both colors are lovely, I was inspired to combine the veins from the red with the simplicity of the white for my version. Now, I don't have marble or the tools to cut it, but I knew I could create something with a similar look using materials I already had. I started with some leftover air dry clay from Mother's Day daycare craft. The clay works best once it is warmed up, which you can do just by squishing it with your hand. I couldn't find my heart-shaped cookie cutters, so I improvised with my creative memories, heart cutters, tracing the shape and I wanted and cutting it out using a butter knife. After shaping the hearts, I let them air dry overnight. Once dry, I started on the marbling effect. Using acrylic paint in black, white, and antique gray, I created veins that give marble its iconic look. This was my first time trying something like this, so it involved a lot of blending, trial, and error. I used white paint to blend everything together, creating a smooth, cohesive finish. Do you guys typically decorate for Valentine's Day? I usually don't go overly too much. I add just simple little touches here and there, mostly my DIYs, and more so in the last 2 years since the daycare came back. The previous 2 years before that, I kind of got out of it and I wasn't doing a whole lot. But I do remember before that, I used to do a lot more, but my kids were younger as well. So, just curious, do you guys add any Valentine's decor to your home or you just skip it and go straight to spring? Also, as you can see, I did the same process on the other side. To seal the coasters, I used Mod Podge dishwasher safe sealer, which gave them a beautiful shine and made them functional, able to handle wet cups without damage. I am so happy with how these two pieces elevated the space. If you're enjoying these high-end dupes, don't forget to check out the links in the description box for my blog and freebies. And if you have a friend who loves McGee Co look, share this video with them. It helps my channel so much. Now let's get into this next low-effort, high-impact hack. Moving on to our next project, I found this thrifted mirror frame. It has a gorgeous wicker texture that reminded me of the $64 braided frame from McGee Co collection. While mine is a wicker and theirs is a tighter braid, the coastal meets traditional vibe is exactly the same. Instead of my usual gold, I decided to go with a sophisticated copper look using Dixie Belle's copper gilding wax. Now, I'll be honest, this was a process. It might have been faster to spray paint it, but the wax allows some of that original white to peek through, giving it an amazing depth and character. Mixing textures like wicker and metal is a classic Studio McGee trick to make a room feel cozy rather than flat. To elevate the frame even further, I designed a custom art piece. If you love this look, I'm offering this print as a free download on my blog, which I'll link in the description box below. I printed it slightly larger than needed to ensure a perfect fit, then using the mirror backing to trace and cut it to size. To give it that high-end oil painting look, I applied Mod Podge in intentional textured brush strokes. Once dry, it mimics the look of an expensive canvas, such a unique curated piece. For our final look, I found this glass hurricane for only $3.99. It opens on both ends and just needed a good cleaning to remove some old sticker residue. My inspiration here was the Beachcomber glass hurricane from McGee Co, which retails for about $148, and Pottery has a very similar version as well. This isn't so much a build as it is a styling secret. You can create this high-end look without any tools. I'm using a gold candlestick I DIY'd last week as a base. By simply placing the hurricane over the candlestick, you instantly create a protected high-end cloche look. Glass hurricanes were originally designed in 1700s to protect candle flames from drafts or hurricanes in drafty manor houses. If your candle is too tall, like mine was, don't be afraid to trim up or break it to fit the scale, or if you can use a shorter pillar candle. You can even use the small glass holders from the Dollar Tree inside of these. I've styled mine with pink candle for some subtle Valentine's Day touches. It's an effortless way to get that Pottery Barn or McGee Co look for pennies on a dollar. It is truly amazing what you can achieve with a little bit of paint, some gilding wax, and a vision. We managed to recreate nearly $500 worth of designer decor for less than price of a fancy lunch. I hope these projects inspired you to look at your local thrift store a little differently this week. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me here on DIYs with Sonja. Don't forget to leave a comment and let me know which of these dupes was your favorite. I'll see you in the next video. Happy DIYing!